Hi! In today's video, I will show you how we design API endpoints for my day job app and explain why we use FigJam to do it. Collaborating to design backend APIs is a common task for iOS developers. Backend developers know the data sources that they have available, while us iOS developers know how the APIs will be used. So together, we can design better endpoints using FigJam. I will show our process on designing endpoints for a feature we recently completed in the app with a real-world document. And I will explain the benefits of using FigJam for this particular type of collaboration. Let's dig in. So in this document, I got a bunch of screens from the designer. And the feature is about how we're going to show group exercises for our gyms in different categories in the app to basically show our catalog. And also it will include a refresh of certain screens. So like the generic class type, like a specific, and the confirmation screen. The first step when we get this design is to try to get context. So one of that context would be, for example, this screen already had an endpoint, so basically an example data of that payload. And then, for example, this other one already has one. And then I got like another sample JSON plus the model from the Swift code. So you can easily put these things in context just here in FigJam. With that initial context, the next step is to see what we need with that new design. So for example, not all screens have already data. So we will need to design new endpoints, but others in here, for example, just looking at the existing information and what we want to render in the new version, we realize that we don't have all the information needed. So then basically we'll need to create a new version of this endpoint. Similarly to this one, basically our needs are changing and our endpoints are made in a backend from frontend. So basically we can adjust the endpoints to the use cases. So basically we start designing, for example, endpoints. A new endpoint here will be a get for this path, and it will return the class types in this category. This one, on the other hand, is just going to be like a new version of the existing endpoint of the class details screen. And similarly, we'll do something with the booking. Now is the time to start designing those endpoints. So when we do that, we need to consider certain things. Do our designs actually provide the data that the UI needs? And basically we need to make sure that the endpoints are consistent across the system and consistent between each other as well. And then think a bit on data reuse as much as possible. For example, here in this screen, we show a area of group classes, and then it's shown this card, but then in the class itself, you also show the categories this class belongs to. What we want is that this type of data is the same across different endpoints because it's the same model concept. For example, in this case, we have this model called class type item that will be used here to show a class type as a summary, and also is shown here in the class types for category. The objective is to have as much data reuse as possible and with the same format, so we can use the same models in Swift. One cool thing about using a design tool like FigJam to design endpoints is that we can just option drag an element and duplicate it and have them side to side. So for example, here, if we want to evaluate why we need an object and to wrap the response, and we can just use an array, we can evaluate the tweaks between the different versions side to side. So then it's easier to branch out and experiment inline. Once you decide which one is the best approach, you can just take the other one and remove them. And that allows you to test ideas very quickly. Then I gave a sample of a process, but basically the document ended up looking something like this, where we define different endpoints. We define the endpoints with the payload using the models that we are defining now. We go see the different types of elements. For example, this is the group exercise data that we have for this screen, augmented and updated for the version 2. We also have a condensed version of this one, what I call an item, which is basically if I need to use this information in other places, but I don't need the full payload. Yeah, so basically we do comments and discuss things that we agree or disagree with until we land with some response of how the new endpoints we want them to be. Once we know how the endpoints will look like, the next point is to actually use them. And since we decide the contract of the endpoints, we can just use this JSON and use a tool like Proxyman to mock the networking request and then and not wait for the backend developers to deliver this endpoint, but we can just start using it. In summary, I think the benefits of using FigJam for this collaboration are: we design endpoints next to the screen they will be used on, so we make sure that they are useful. We design endpoints in groups, so they are consistent to each other. We provide way better context for these endpoints: code, images, sample data, etc. Also, FigJam itself helps us to test different options side to side by your option dragging. Okay, now that we have an idea on how the endpoints will look like, how do we effectively use them? I share a lot of pro tips just for that in my video, building UI that is easy to preview and test with SwiftUI. I hope you liked the video, and until the next one.